No, thank you.
When you say help run the front end, you tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what the front end of a grocery store is.
That consists of the cashiers, the utility clerks, greeting customers, waiting on customers, maintaining the front end.
And as a service manager back in how long were you service manager prior to February 1st, 2011 at the Sydney Street store?
How long? Well, I came from another store.
Okay.
And I had did that for like 23 years.
You were a service manager at another store for 23 years? What store was that?
That was Sturgis Superfoods in Chicago.
So, how long have you been in the grocery industry?
Since 1972.
When you say, I thought you said, can you oversee the cashiers?
Yes.
Can you explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what you do when you oversee the cashiers?
Well, this person that was underneath me as well called the CSM. When I come in, I see who's on what register, where the time to go on break, things of that sort.
If cashiers have complaints, that they would come and bring to your attention?
Yes, they would.
Okay. Did I ask, are you a full-time employee back in February 2011?
Yes.
Were you a full-time employee when you started at the Sydney Street store in 2008?
Yes.
So as a full-time employee, approximately how many hours do you work?
40 plus 5.
40 plus 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get a couple weeks vacation?
Yes.
So you work about 2,000 hours a year, maybe 2,100? And you were working about 4 years before this accident?
Yes.
Okay. So 4 times 2,100 puts us about 8,400 hours?
Thank you.
And during those 8,400 hours, you were the service manager at the Sydney Street store?
Correct, yes.
Were you working on the day of this fall?
Yes.
Recall what you were wearing that day?
I want to say I was wearing a light blue sweater and dark slacks.
Do you recall what the weather was like that day?
Terrible. Snowing.
Do you recall what you were doing at around the time of Mr. Franklin's fall?
I was on the register checking.
Why were you on the register checking?
It was very busy.
Do you recall what register you were on?
I want to say register 7. 6 or 7.
Do you recall what time you started work that morning?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. From 8 o'clock, let's straight that. Do you know who Gerald Merrick is?
Yes, I did.
And how do you know him?
We worked together.
And was he still working for Strax in February 2011?
No.
Let me ask you this. After did he leave the store?
Yes, he did. He retired.
He retired. Okay. After he retired, would he still frequent the store?
Oh, yes.
If you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, when he came back after his retirement and frequented the store, did you see him?
Very much, yes.
And
probably.
Explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury why you remember that.
Well, we worked closely together in the evening, so we became close friends. And he'd always come in and follow me around the store. I'd have to tell him, Jerry, I gotta go to work. Even if I wasn't there, he would leave a message to the other people to tell me that he hadn't been in and he'll be back.
So when you were working, he would make a point to
Find me.
Now, on February 1st, 2011, the day of this incident, did you have any communication with Jerry?
No.
Did you see Jerry in the store any time that day?
No.
I want you to assume that he visited the store twice that day. Straight back. When would your shift get over on February 1st, 2011?
I was scheduled 8 to 5.
So if Jerry Merrick would have came in at around 11 a.m. that morning, straight back. Did you see Jerry Merrick check out that morning?
No.
And if he would have checked out in register 3 and 4, you would have been visible where he could have saw you?
Oh, he made sure he found.
Now, Jerry would have came back that afternoon and checked out in the front end. Would you have been accessible where he would have been able to see you?
Yes.
Did he ever come up to you on either one of his visits on February 1st, 2011?
No.
Have you had the opportunity to review the surveillance clips of the Sibley Street store on February 1st, 2011?
Yes.
And you reviewed all those clips?
Yes.
Is there, in any of those clips, do you see Jerry Merrick?
No, I don't see Jerry.
Are you familiar enough with him that if he's wearing a coat or a hat, you'd still be able to recognize
I
him?
can pick him out anytime.
I'm not going to go through all the clips. Good. Go to disc 2, clip 15.
John, if you want to put it up, that's the last one.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury where that camera is pointing in the store?
It's pointing the cash register on the side. That's the service center on the side. And there's the front, the entrance and exit.
I'm sorry, can I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Sure.
I apologize. I've got a pointer here if you'd like to use it so you can point where where things are located.
You want me to put it on?
No,
Oh,
just
okay.
here. Let me show you how to work it. Just push it, hold it, and move it around.
Okay. This is what the registers are. This is the service center, and this is for the entrance and exit.
Do you see right next to the entrance exit an employee?
Yes,
Okay, do you know who that is?
Brandon Sharp.
Okay. And what was Brandon Sharp doing that morning?
He was mopping the area.
And are there rugs and cones out there that
There's
morning?
cones, he's mopping. There's more cones, there's a rug.
If someone is standing 10 to 20 feet away from the first checkout lane, the quick check lane, in front of the exit door, would that person be visible in that picture?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and run it, please. Stop. Keep going. As this is going, tell me if you see Jerry Merrick in any frame or photograph.
Some more glasses in more.
Excuse me, Mr.
Pardon me?
The lights a little bit?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Does Gerald Merrick show up anywhere in those?
No.
in that clip? Now go to just one clip two. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just two, clip two. That's a clip that starts at 11 a.m., about 3 or 4 minutes before the call. You see a African American lady in a light blue sweater on the left-hand side of that? Okay, who's that? And you were working at the time?
Yes.
Okay. Show us where checkout area 4 or 5 would be. Or are you in for 4 or 5?
Am I on 4 or 5? I see 2. Maybe I'm on 5.
You're on 5?
It looks like it.
So if Jerry Merrick was checking out just before 11:14, the time of the accident, in checkout lane 3 or 4, he would be right next to you?
Close, very close.
Okay. Let's run this, and can you tell the ladies and gentlemen Jerry has received from Merrick? Mr. Franklin in the clip?
No.
I'm sorry, it's Mr. Franklin.
Oh, Mr. President.
Thanks.
We're about 1 minute after the call now. Do you see Mr. Merrick? You can answer out loud, man.
Yes.
You in the blue walking?
Yes.
We're now 4 minutes after the call. Have you seen Mr. Merrick? How often do you work as a secretary? Is part of your job responsibilities you're to fill in for cashiers and maybe breaks and so forth? How often do you do that throughout the day? And when you do it, is it at all different cash registers?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Approximately how many cash stations are there in the store?
There's 15.
15? And
There's
you?
13 on the floor, 2 in the third.
Okay. 13 are on the floor. Have you used all 13 of those over your 4 years?
Yes, I have.
Can you tell, ladies and gentlemen, the jury what type of mats, or whether or not there are mats in each one of those?
There are comfort mats in each one, yes.
Okay. Are they the same mat or different mats?
Same.
Have you stood on those mats before this day?
Yes.
Have you ever had any issues with those mats?
Never.
Have any cashiers over your 4 years ever come to you complaining about the mats?
No.
Now, are the mats put up at the end of the day?
No.
Okay. You've been there roughly 4 years. Have you ever seen the mats be put up at the end of the day? Has anyone ever directed you, higher up in the store, to have tell the cashiers they have to put the mats up at the end of the day? Now, are these mats capable of being rolled up?
No, you can't roll them.
Why not?
They're just flat surface. They're hard. You can't roll them.
Okay. Since they're flat and they don't roll up, would you be able to physically fit them into a shelf underneath?
Oh, no.
Why are you so adamant about that?
They don't fit. Underneath there's the monitor and where bags go, they wouldn't fit.
Now, of these 13 registers, how many of them have a change associated with the checkout area, or with the cash register area?
Just the first 2.
And have you used that? You're familiar where Mr. Franklin fell, right?
Yes.
Are you familiar with that lane?
Yes.
Have you worked in that lane prior to the day of this incident?
Yes.
Have you ever had any troubles with a mat in that lane?
No.
Have you ever, after you get done working in the area where Mr. Franklin fell, ever used that chain to chain off the area?
No.
When you have used that chain, what have you used it for?
It's really a deterrent. That lane is the closest to the exit door, and we've had a lot of problems with theft. So that's like a deterrent. They have to go all the way down instead of cutting through there and running out of the store.
Explain to us how that chain is used when it's hooked up.
We hook it up between 2 grocery carts, put it through a cart and push it around.
You mean you wind it through the cart?
And we wind it and just connect it so nobody can get it that way.
And there's an eye bolt on the wall across from there.
Correct?
Now, is there another eye bolt over there?
Down at the other end, towards the other end, yes.
Have you ever used that eye bolt?
No, I've never used it. It's never been used.
Did you even know it was there before this incident?
No.
You don't even know how long it was there, do you?
No.
You worked with Jerry for 4 years over at the Salute Street store.
Yes.
And, can you tell us what the job was?
He was a grocery stocker. Yeah, he was when the items got low on the shelf up front, he was bringing some out, replenish it. Yeah.
Okay, did he have anything to do with the cashiers or cash registers?
No.
As a stalker, would he do that typically? Was he on the night crew?
He worked a lot of nights, yes.
And the night crew would, when you say put it on the floor, would they pick it out from the back of the store
Correct.
and put it in the aisles?
He would replenish what was low. The sale items, say for instance, when you walk in, there's a wall, that wall to the side, up front. That was his job, was to replenish that wall as things got low.
Okay. Did he have anything to do with replacing any of the inventory at cash register?
No.
Did he have any job responsibilities with respect to the maintenance of the mats?
That was not even his area up front. He was supposed to stay right there.
Did he have any responsibility regarding the chain and how it was hooked up?
No.
Was he ever responsible for taking care of the floors?
No,
And why is that?
that was not his responsibility, it was just stocking.
Did he ever have any job responsibility for determining what type of wax to use on the floors?
Right.
Did Jerry ever tell you that someone had, prior to the Davis incident, that there was a problem with the comfort mats?
No,
Did Jerry ever tell you that he thought that the comfort mats were unsafe?
no,
Did Jerry ever tell you that the cashiers weren't blowing up the comfort mats?
no.
Why is that?
We don't talk like that, that's not in his job, his title anyway. I was his supervisor, so we had to go in.
You feel you have a pretty good relationship with Jerry? And you feel that if there was some problem in the store, you could have brought it to your
Oh,
attention?
yes, he told me.
I have no further questions.
Cross?
Can you go back to the beginning, like before the fall, on the video?
What clip is this?
I don't know if you would read where you initially started when you were asking the questions.
That would have been before the fall. Maybe clip, just clip two. Yeah, that's 11/11. That's 3 minutes before the fall. Is that what you're looking for?
The one that shows where she would be working.
Yeah, that's clip two.
Did you go to there? We're at, what would you call it, district, clip two?
Yes, counsel.
Can you point out to me where you were in this particular picture?
Can I help you?
Yes, you got it.
This is you right here.
Yes,
And that was aisle, you thought 5?
correct.
I'm sorry?
Yes,
Okay. Which aisle did Mr. Franklin fall? Over here,
number 2 is.
number 2 is? And this was, I don't know how to interpret the time, before the fall.
11/11. 3 minutes before the fall.
And the fall was about 11:15.
I think on the 11/14 something.
February the 1st, 2011, was a pretty busy day, right?
Yes,
Snowed outside, people were coming in, loaded up on groceries, typically in a day like that.
yes.
How did it happen that you had to take over a cashier's area at this particular time?
I didn't take over a cashier's area, I had to get unregistered because it was so busy. I guess we didn't anticipate it being the weather being bad, so we didn't have enough cashiers. And there's more people on the line, I jump on the register.
Don't you have people that come in when you're really busy, like that particular day?
That particular day, nobody answered their phone.
Would you say that you were twice as busy on that particular day because of the weather than you normally would be when there would be no bad weather?
I was 3 times busy than that, that was nothing, but I have to help out when I have my body.
Well, give me your best estimate. How much more busy were you this day?
2 times maybe.
Okay. And were all of the, was it 13 cashier stations open?
No,
How many were open that day?
that was 6.
6. The aisle that, quite frankly, found was check?
Yes.
And that's where people have small numbers of
10 items a week.
10 items or less. So that gets more traffic than most other stations, wouldn't it?
Sometimes.
On this particular day, do you know what it is?
You know, the rules on registry.
Right. You testified that you were busy at all times before Mr. Franklin fell and after Mr. Franklin fell.
Yes.
And at this particular aisle 5, is that it?
Yes.
While you were checking out that day, your back was actually to aisle 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
You're facing the opposite direction.
Correct.
And so all this time that you were looking at this clip, you had been on that cashier station, your back was to where you found.
I have to come up from time to time to rent if I'm about another building.
For the most part, you're checking out merchandise and working cashiers.
Correct. Yes.
And other than maybe a few times when you move around, you were pretty busy that day and had to stay on the cashier, right?
Yes.
So, for the most part, the majority of your time, your back is to where he fell, correct?
Correct.
And you couldn't see anything unless you've got some special ways of seeing the back.
You pretty good, you know, I can see you good.
You're busying yourself taking care of your customers.
Yes.
So, when you say you didn't see either Mr. Merrick in the store of that, you could have been the back of you and you never would have known it.
Oh, he came over.
On a busy day, how do you know he would?
Because I've been busy before and he's been in.
Well, you would hope that he had, but if he chose not to, you wouldn't know that either, would you?
Correct.
So you're going on the basis that maybe he would have come over to say hi to you.
I'm going to basis I know he would have came over and said hi to me.
You know everything Mr. Merrick would do.
I know what he sees me when he does.
If he chose not to do it, or if he was in a hurry that day, it wouldn't be necessarily an opportunity for him to come and talk to you.
Right.
Okay. So you can't say categorically and absolutely that he would have come to you in the store when you were working aisle 5.
Yes.
Can we advance this?
You want to roll in?
Yeah, but just slowly.
Yeah, okay. Just put on regular plate.
Right. And if I ask you to stop, would you stop? Hold on now. Can you go slower than that?
No.
And you're still here. Is this you here?
Yes, it is.
You look pretty busy. More and more people are coming in the store. Actually, you're not even looking at some of these people that are moving in the store, are you? Your eyes are down on the counter and checking out items.
Yes.
Let's go back to the beginning when we were on the side. All right. And let's advance it again, please. So here you are here, is that correct?
Correct.
And you're doing, slow down, stop for a moment. Stop. One more clip, one more advance, one more. There, stop there. That's you, right?
Correct.
And what are you doing?
I'm checking. Scan items
Which way are you facing?
forward. My back to register 2.
You're back to aisle 2.
Yes.
And can you advance it one clip at a time, please? Just barely touch and stop there. You're still looking away from aisle 2 at this clip. And what time is this now? I'm not sure how to interpret
It's at the bottom.
11:09, 11:11. Now we're about the time when. Oh, I'm looking over here. I'm sorry. This is 11/11. This is about the time or just before Mr. Franklin fell, correct? Would you advance it again briefly? Stop. Stop. We're now at, where are we down here? Time-wise.
11/12/01.
11/12/01. Okay. What are you doing in that clip?
I was just getting motion.
And which way are you looking?
Go at my scanner.
Let's go a little further. Stop. This is now 11/12. You're still on the cash register. And what is this right here?
That's monitor.
The monitor
For the customer to see.
for the prices that you're charging. So it looks like you're looking at the monitor because you're looking up at it. Is that right?
Yes.
So you're still pretty busy. Correct. Your back is still to aisle 2. If anyone was back there, you would know it, correct? Dozens of people are walking behind you constantly, and you're facing either down or facing away from aisle 2, correct? Advance a little more, please. All right, stop there. We are now at 11/12. This is approximately the time that Mr. Franklin fell, or just before. You are, at this point, still busy checking out. Is this you here now?
Yes.
All right. You're looking at groceries that are going through the conveyor belt. Back is still aisle 2. You're not looking at the front entrance, correct? You wouldn't know if Mr. Merrick was there going out the front door or stopped to briefly look back over his shoulder, because you're not looking in that direction. Correct? So far, none of the clips that we have shown show you paying any attention to either the front door for people going in or out, or what's happening behind you in aisle 2. Correct? That's exactly what it's not. All right, stop. We are now at 11/12. I've lost you. Where are you? Let's go back to. We've seen. All right, we can use this one. This is now 11/12. You are. Looks like you're handling groceries at this point. Where you can be pushing them through to the back room?
Yes.
Again, same thing. Back to aisle 2. You're not looking at the entranceway or people coming in or going out, correct?
I can't see what I'm looking at now. I can't see my face.
Well, this is the front of your body, right?
Right.
We've got to presume that you are looking in front of your body. You're not turning your head and looking at the back.
I heard it.
Advance it a little more, please. I stop there. This is you. What are you doing? Which way is that? Is that toward aisle 2? Toward the front of the store? Good. The clock is running. Now it's 11:12, and you're still not paying any attention to the front of the store, people coming in and out, or any of the traffic behind you on aisles 4, and 3, and 2, and the quick checkout, correct? You're too busy. Busy day, right? You're attending to what you have to be doing, and that's checking out the merchandise. You have to scan it. You have to move it along for the bagger, correct?
Correct.
If some of the items don't scan, what do you have to do?
See why it didn't scan, code it in.
I'm sorry?
There's other methods I can code it in, or find out why it didn't scan. I have to
Make a phone call or what? Most of the groceries have a barcode on them, right?
Yes.
Sometimes they don't register on the monitor.
Correct.
So you have to stop and find out why not.
Correct.
You have lists of things you can refer to, manual lists?
I would turn around and ask the bagger, Mrs. Bagger's room. If it says product not found, that means it's not in the system at all. I'm going to have to send it to go do a price check.
Okay. What did Dancer do for other things? Now stop. You're away from the checkout lanes. Are there any other questions of checkout lanes? That's the voice. Go to the very last picture that she is on, that you have of her on the checkout lane. You're doing coming from video around again. Stop here for a moment, please. This is the front entrance of the store here on the right, correct? You're back over here somewhere.
I would be right there when he's holding his hat.
It's out here.
Because he doesn't look at the baggy for me.
Okay. And this is the area, the area of people coming in and out.
Yes.
Neither of the rubber back mats for people to walk on, correct?
No, those are rugs right there.
They're rubber. They're there for what purpose?
To walk on.
To,
And you bring the carts and you deter some of the snow that's coming off of them.
in their shoes, I presume.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that those carpets are soak up as much as possible.
It's possible.
Are they rubber back so they don't slide?
They don't stop.
They don't slide because they're made not to slide.
Right.
Okay. Other than your bagger, you can't see these people when you're cashiering. You're not facing in that direction, correct?
Wouldn't stop me from turning around though.
Did you turn around?
I can tell you that. I'm very observant. I know.
Well, if you turn around, that motion would be to glance.
Glance, correct.
Certainly, you didn't see all these people, correct? Other than your bagger. Because I presume he's to your left. Is that it?
He's right behind me.
Okay. Can you go back farther, please?
Would council approach for